Okay, just finished talking to the customer. This is all the lighting that they want us to control.
Okay.
We've got some LED tape that's going to be stuck on the walls. We've got some bars in the ceiling. We've got some pixel dots out at the front. We need to control all of this from one single box.
I think it's going to be easy.
I have no idea
it's
how
going
we're
to be easy,
do it.
trust me. It's going to be easy.
What? You have one box that can do everything?
Yep.
All of this control from one single box?
Absolutely. It's going to be easy. I have one box, do everything.
Okay, if you say so, I don't know. Okay, tell me about it.
Here it is.
So after our short little intro sequence where I was kind of talking to myself, let me go into detail about what the Pixelator Mk2 actually is. So, the Pixelator Mk2 is the evolution of our Pixelator Mini. This product now has 2 Ethernet ports on the front for daisy chain support, but the biggest feature is on the back where we've got 16 PLink ports. Now, I'll explain what the PLink ports are in a second, but just to keep in mind, each of these ports allow you to control up to 8 universes of SPI, whatever protocol you want. Apart from that, the box is pretty simple. Now, let's go into the details of how I connect this and make it work in my lighting setup, like the one I've got on the table right now. So, I've got my Pixelator Mini Mk2 connected to my computer using Ethernet. I'm just using one of the ports. I could use another one then to daisy chain into another unit. On the back of the unit, here, I have these RJ cables that go into the output ports. Now this is actually not running directly SPI. What it is, it's running what we call our PLink protocol, or PLink for short. This PLink goes from the Pixelator Mini onto a PLink injector, which will then convert the data back into SPI. Now we have indoor rated versions of these, and we've also got outdoor rated of these. This is an IP PLink, so if you've got any outdoor installations, this is the one you want to use. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need a PLink system? Why can't I connect directly my SPI LED lights, for example, neon flex or dots, directly to the output of the Pixelator Mk2? Well, the main reason is distance. I'm quite limited with the SPI protocol. It's a great protocol, you can run a lot of data, good refresh rates, but because of that, there's really a limit to how much cable I can run between the output and my device. Now, some manufacturers will say you can run 10, 20, 30 meters. In an ideal environment, you might get away with it with a high quality cable and whatnot. Realistically, and we prefer to be on the safe side because the last thing you want is strange flickering in your project, we always recommend to try and keep this distance short. 3-4 meters, that's where you actually have like a good, reliable system. What the PLink does is that we actually convert this into another protocol which runs over 300 meters over a Cat5 or Cat6 cable. This allows you to put this box in your equipment rack, run Cat5, Cat6 cables all over the venue, and then all you have next to you, the start of your LED chains or pixel dots, is the small PLink injector, which will take the data, the power, and then controls to, for example, in this case, the neon flex. Now, as you've seen in this setup, we're actually controlling all sorts of different kinds of SPI lighting. We've got, as I said, neon flex here. We've got some dots here. So they're all running on different protocols. Now, let me jump real quick to the web page of the device, and I'm going to show you how to configure the Pixelator Mk2 to drive all these different protocols up to 8 universes per port. So what I have here is the web page of the Pixelator Mk2. So you'll see when I scroll down, I've got my IP settings, pretty standard stuff. But really, where the critical and the most important stuff is here, where I can select for each output a different pixel protocol, RGB color order, and also the number of mapped pixels. And you'll notice when I scroll down further, I can map the actual ArtNet universe or streaming ACN or ESP connected to that port. The number of universes, here I can go up to 8. This means that for one Pixelator Mark II, which has 16 output ports, I can control 128 universes of pixel lighting. That is completely outstanding. I actually think it's one of the highest density products in the marketplace right now. I'm excited. So, I can also group my pixels, I can do all sorts of things, but you'll see the web interface really simple to use. Once this is mapped, then I can go back to my ELM mapping software, which I'll do right now, and then I can run my sequences. So in this case, there we go. So as you've seen in this short demonstration, the Pixelator Mini Mk2 is really a great product. It packs a huge punch with 128 universes. It's versatile where I can control all these different protocols from one single controller. So if you've got any questions or if you've got any possible project or the mix of protocols you don't know how to make it work, drop us a message below. We'll be here to help you out. See you next time.